You've probably heard the expression before, slow down to speed up. And I have a perfect example of that playing out in my personal life just a few weeks ago. This summer, my wife and I are taking the kids on a cruise. And as part of that, we have to get them their first passports. My wife and the kids had a day where they were able to be out of work and be out of school. Unfortunately, due to prior work commitments, I couldn't get the day off. So what I had to do was fill out what's called a parental consent form, sign it, get it notarized, and then she could take that along with all the other supporting documentation to the meeting without me. Very common. Since I wasn't going to the meeting, I took ownership of not only filling out the consent form and getting it notarized, but just gathering all of the other documents that we needed: birth certificates, copies of our driver's licenses, filling out the passport application for the kids. Now, I was doing this at work, in between meetings, in between calls. I would send an email, I'd have a couple of minutes before my next meeting would start. So I'd try and grab something, I'd pull some stuff out of the safe, I'd print something off, I'd make a copy. So I'm just rushing through it, trying to get it done. Finally, I have it all together, get everything organized, hand it off to my wife. She goes to the appointment with the kids, and we're texting throughout the day while she's there. Hey, how's it going? And I'm getting back, terrible. We're number 72. They're only on 45, and we've been here an hour. An hour later, they're on 53. An hour later or so, they're on 60 something. Right around that 3 to 3.5 hour mark, I get a text message from my wife saying, they sent us away because you filled out the form in the wrong color ink. Initially, my heart just sank. Then I was like, nah, she's just joking. There's no way that's possible. She sends me a picture of the form that I filled out in blue ink, very clearly at the top of the form in big bold letters, please only fill out in black ink. Because I was trying to get things done quickly in between meetings. I was rushing. I didn't take time to really read all the instructions, which is pretty common for me. But I was rushing through it, didn't take that time. And maybe the 20 seconds that I saved by not clearly reading all of the instructions, or maybe just skimming through them really quickly, not only cost them 3 or 3.5 hours of their day, now we have to go back for a second appointment where we're all going to go. So now it's taking more time for me, more time for them. I'm going to have to refill out forms. So like I said, that 20 to 30 seconds I saved has now cost us countless hours of time and frustration. I won't share all the text messages that I received from the family that day, but they weren't that nice. The moral is slow down to speed up. You will find time and time again when you do that, the time that you're saving by rushing through things will come back and ultimately cost you more time. Whether it is writing an email, completing a proposal for a client, or even just a general conversation. If you slow down, I'm willing to bet you will ultimately speed up.